Alrighty, J Baby PC. Today we are going to talk on the state of the NBA. This is going to be a lot about let's get it going. You know what I'm saying? The state of the NBA. I mean, injuries have been the story of this year. Like the complete everybody's gotten hurt. Like everybody, I bet you go down the top 25 players, probably at least 15 have missed some time, significant time, either in the regular season or the playoffs. I mean, gosh, the playoffs. Shoot, Kyrie gets hurt, Harden gets hurt, Embiid's playing on a torn meniscus. Giannis now Giannis. I was thinking Giannis had the LeBron gene. You know what I'm saying? He still might, but I was like, Giannis, Trae Young been hurt, Kawhi gets hurt. Like, God, I mean, there's many. Chris Paul gets COVID for a couple games. I'm trying to think. There's many more. Like, there's just many more. That's been the story of the whole playoffs, whole regular season, and a lot of it they're blaming it on the scheduling. Yeah, I could see they're playing a lot of games very quickly. I don't know if I would blame it completely on scheduling. I don't know if I'm blaming it on. I know they're light on practices. I know they're doing that. I know even playoffs. We might Ty Lue. They were thinking, we're not going to do shoot around. They wanted to do shoot around. That was a little bit of a story, but I know they're light on their practices. They're playing games, whatever. But I won't even just say, it's Adam Silver's fault with the scheduling. I won't even say that. It's not even really the players' fault. I don't know what it is, to be honest. And of course, the scheduling. Yeah. You're playing more games. But I just think, yeah, like it's ridiculous. It's freak accidents, just injuries come. But I mean, it's just been everywhere, and I think it's a little bit different. So for the purists who wanted, we don't want super teams. The basketball purists, I don't want super teams. Well, obviously you're not wanting the best players to go down or whatever, but the teams are getting thinner. The GMs now, this is really like a wake up a little bit. Like, dang, maybe I got to build, because if you're top heavy and you're the Lakers and Anthony Davis goes and gets hurt, and I didn't even mention Anthony Davis, LeBron been hurt. It's been and Anthony Davis goes down, and I just got a bunch of vet minimums on my team, and one other star, you kind of screwed on an injury. Or if I have a player, Embiid, if I got a player who is hurt all the time, or another player that's hurt all the time, I gotta really think about that. Like Kawhi's missing 20 plus games every year. You can already bet on that. And now, the playoffs, he's hurt. So maybe I'm looking at building my rock. Maybe I want a little bit more depth. You see the Atlanta Hawks? Trae Young goes down. They're 10 deep, dude. They're 10 deep. They, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even miss a beat last game. And I'm not going to talk about each individual series till the conference finals is over. Then I'll give that. But you see the teams that are okay, we're not built off just a couple players. And you can see how that is, but those are mostly the teams that are considered Utah. Utah had 8 good players, but they only had one real star player. So it's just, and in between I want superstars. I want the superstars team up on my team. Well, you see the Nets, they go and get hurt. And now I need, you know what I'm saying? Clippers now need Reggie Jackson to get 25 every game. I need it because you know what I'm saying, one of your stars. So I think it's really changing the NBA, like how I'm thinking about building my team. And there's got to be some type of balance. I'm not gonna put just blame on Adam Silver, cause some of the stuff you just gotta do. Some of the stuff I don't know if they'll shorten this. Maybe they're looking at a shortened season now. Maybe you get it. Maybe you just. I mean, it was only 72 games this year. I get it was condensed. Maybe you just go back to the regular timeline and just make it 72 games. So you got a couple more days off, but I would just say this is an outlier year. This won't happen next year. You know what I'm saying? I would just say this is just an outlier year that just has really just messed with the league like crazy. But now it does definitely take out the top line, and maybe you try and put an asterisk on it, especially if like the Hawks win the finals. Like, all right, this was the like this is always gonna remember as this was the year. But other than that, I don't think there's a giant asterisk on it. Even though, yeah, of course this happened, but you go back years and years, you don't remember. Oh, well, this happened this year. You don't really remember it. Now this will always be remembered as the year. Oh, this is the injuries, but I think it'll be downplayed a little bit, especially if the Hawks don't win. You know what I'm saying? Where the Hawks were never expected to. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's so much of an asterisk on that. Yeah, but you're getting to see what teams have serious resilience because it's almost been all year. It's almost been healthiest team wins. Healthiest team wins. All year. Healthiest player wins MVP. Jokic. Not saying Jokic didn't deserve it, but maybe if everyone's healthy, he's not winning it. He just wasn't missing no games. So, I mean, you just saw it all across the board. I think injuries have just been so major. Still entertaining. The Clippers Sun series was still great. You know what I'm saying? It's still been entertaining. You are missing a little bit, but you're getting to really see like the hoopers out here. Like, you know, Pat Bev trying getting a little sauce to him. I'm like, oh shoot, okay, Pat. You know, so that's kind of cool. But okay, another thing on the state of the NBA, man, the flopping, bro. Like there needs to be, I don't know, they need to lay down the law again, bro. They laid it down for a little. Oh, fine. They need to lay down the law, bro, because this is, yeah. I mean, the flopping was ridiculous. Now this ain't. Look, I'm a James Harden fan. This ain't James Harden where he get him in the air and then he goes into him and no. There's dudes who get touched and are on the ground for 3 minutes. Like laying there like, oh my gosh, off a flop, like laying on the ground for 3 minutes. We got to stop the game. The refs got to stop the game. Go look at it. I mean, how many times in the playoffs have they stopped the game? Oh, let me look at it. Some guy flopped or barely got touched and just completely sold it. Like, now we got to stop the game, go look at it. Then they're giving some bull technical fouls off this because this guy get this or there's no pen. Like, they got to do a penalty. And some of the stuff, I like how they're looking at some of the stuff like you know what I'm saying, like the steals that, maybe it was off them. Look at those. And you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you got to look at some of the technical, but like when they're flopping, bro, like, there got to be some punishment, bro. There got to be some punishment. Because, I mean, gosh, everybody's flopping. Everybody's sitting here. I'm not saying everybody, but there are certain people. Chris Paul sold that. Like, it's not just Chris Paul. It's everybody. Damn near. Like, they get touched and they're laying on the ground for 5 minutes. I'm like, man, get the game. Like, come on, bro. It's getting, like, ridiculous. Then crying to the rest. It's like, it's getting ridiculous when they're just laying on the floor. So I just think flopping, they need to do something about that. Because that's getting out of control. You'll see, I don't know how much movement we'll really see this year, off-season wise. But, you know, we'll get to that. I just wanted to address the injuries and what I'm seeing with these flopping. Like I said, I'm going to go over the series when the conference finals are over. But, you know, that's That's all for that. That's J Baby PC State of the NBA.